Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua rock a thumb to the brother Yahweh Shema or the thumb by Hashem Yahweh Shah to the sister. This ISUPK start out at 1 West 125th Street on the Command General Hunter. We've been teaching the truth with this Bible since 1969. You know what I'm saying? We teach that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites, the lost tribes of Israel according to the Bible. We are not affiliated with no other fashion, church, religion, or Israelite group, none whatsoever. We are the home of the truth. We've been doing it since 1969 on Command and Junior Hunter. You understand? With that being said, today is the Brotherhood class, and it's titled Brotherhood is a Weapon. Why is Brotherhood a weapon? Because if you got brothers, you won't fall for things that other people fall for. Or let me rephrase that. You will have a better chance in making it out of situations that you get in if you have brothers. You have a better chance surviving this evil, wicked, kingdom if you had brothers, that wasn't also wicked with this kingdom. You understand? Because right now we are dying at an alarming rate. You know what I mean? We are dying at an alarming rate, and we are killing each other also. Not just our oppressors killing us, but we are killing each other also. So what we need to learn is brotherhood. And the only way you can have brotherhood is in the ISUPK or the Command and Junior Hunter. You know what I mean? Why? Because the ISUPK teach the Bible as it is. You know what I mean? So we understand the importance of being an actual brother to each other than just, trying to make it look good and put on a show or whatnot. Right? So we're going to go and get into it. I got a few scriptures and we're going to get on down with it, right? The first scripture I'm bringing out is the book of 1 John chapter 4. We're going to start at verse 20, right? It says, if a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that lieth, Shalakia, for he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen? Right? And this commandment we have, Shalakia, and this commandment have we from him, that he who love God love his brother also. So in order for you to love your brother, you have to love the Most High. You know what I mean? You can't say you love the Most High without loving your brother. So let's get to what love the Most High actually mean, right? Let's go to the book of John the book of 1 John chapter 5, the next chapter over, right? We're going to read verse 5 and we're going to start at verse 2, right? It says, okay, it's the book of 1 John chapter 5, verse 2. By this we know that we love God, so like that we love the children of God when we love God and keep his commandments. So this is how you know you love the children of God. This is how you know you love thy brother as yourself. This is how you know that you are actually showing your people love. You know what I'm saying? Is when you love God and keep his commandments. That's the only way you can show the children of the Most High love, right? Verse 3, for this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So we love the Most High by keeping the Most High commandments, and we love our brothers and sisters by keeping the Most High commandments. Because if you don't keep the Most High commandments, you're not really loving your brother. You're not really loving your sister. Why? Because the things you think that helps them really destroys them. You understand? Because a lot of people think just because you give a person a meal, then you are helping them, no matter what it is. So if I give my brother a pork chop sandwich, he'll be happy as I don't know what. But in the sight of the Lord, I hate that brother because the Lord said don't eat that mess. And that's why we number one in all these different heart problems and blood diseases and all this because we eat pork. So just because I'm giving this brother a sandwich and he hungry doesn't mean I'm helping him because I'm giving him pork. But if I keep the commandments and I give my brother something to eat, then I'm actually helping him. I'm actually showing love to my brother. I'm not suffering sin upon my brother. You know what I'm saying? By just giving him anything. I give him what I do for my brother, I do it with the knowledge of the commandments in my brain, in my head. Because they think when the dope boy down the street front you a couple rocks that he messed with you, that's my partner. He a real nigga. He gave me five for the, you know what I'm saying? He gave me five of them. Not knowing that in 45 minutes, the police gonna have you leaned up against the car searching you. Now you finna go and do about 10 years. But you thought that brother with that crack sack gave you something and helped you out. Nah, partner, he messed you up. You know what I'm saying? You can't even be mad at him. Like, man, you gave me a chance. Nah, he didn't give you a chance. Like, he took your chances away of you being free and actually being out here in this world. You know what I'm saying? He took their chance away because he don't love the Most High by keeping His commandments. He don't love his brother by keeping the Most High commandments. You understand me? So we got to we got to know what's right and what's wrong, no matter what feeling you get behind it. It could be a little tingly feeling when you give a give somebody something that they don't really supposed to have. Like we had, I think we ran across some pork, some bacon one time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got it by mistake, and the person that was around us, they ate pork, and they was about to give that person their pork, and I told them, no, you can't do that. You gotta throw that in garbage. You know what I'm saying? You can't take it back to the store. You gotta throw that in garbage because we can't give our people their pork. And they was kind of salty about it, like, well, you could have just gave it to us. Nah, I'm not gonna give you no pork. Why? Because I follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And to them, to them, I was hating, but to the Most High, I showed them love. You know what I'm saying? I showed them love by not giving them, you know what I'm saying, that filthy, nasty piece of animal. You know what I'm saying? Just because they like the way it tastes and it smells good. But I know the Lord says abomination unto you, and you shouldn't eat it. So by me knowing that, and by me not giving it to him, I throw it in the garbage can. You understand? Because I love the Lord. I follow His commandments. And the only way I can show the Lord that I love Him is I follow the commandments. The only way I can show the Lord that I love my brothers if I follow the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's get the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and we're going to start at verse 22. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 22, right? Let's see, this might want to go. Let me see if I want to go up a little more. Yeah, I'm going to start at 21, right? Just to put it in, you know what I'm saying? It's like the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 21. Ye have heard that it was said by old, so like by them of old time. Who are them of old time? The prophets, Moses. You know what I'm saying? All the way back to Cain and Abel. This what was said. Thou shalt not kill. And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. Verse 22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. Now, that's heavy right there because if you angry with your brother without a cause, like you ain't got no reason to be, you ain't got no real reason to be angry with this brother, right? It's equivalent to you killing that brother. in your if you hate this brother in your mind, it's equivalent to you killing this brother. It's equivalent to committing murder. You know what I'm saying? Because you hate this brother without no cause, right? Let's keep going. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council. And whosoever shall say, thy food shall be in danger of hellfire, right? So, not loving your brother or angry with your brother for no reason, for petty reasons, it's just like you killed your brother. You have spiritually killed your brother because you hate him without a cause. You hate him because it's something wrong with you mentally. You understand? It's something wrong with you if you hate that brother with no reason. And guess what? Some of the things that are no reason. Because he wore red and he wore blue. Because he got his head to the left, he got his head to the right. That ain't no reason. Because he stay on this block and they stay on that block. That's not a reason. You know what I'm saying? To hate your brother. That's not a reason. Period, point blank. There's no reason. There's not a cause to hate your brother. But there's something we have to learn how to, we have to eliminate this actually. But how can you eliminate something when it's being broadcast all over like it's just a good thing to do? Like it's just, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? This is what's happening right now. They broadcasting all kind of wickedness and evilness through the airways of America today. You know what I'm saying? You can't watch a television without some homosexual scenes going on. You can't even watch commercials without some homosexual scene going on. You know what I mean? And if you love your brother, you wouldn't allow them to grow up like that. You would seek counseling because that's actually a mental illness to be a homosexual of any kind, any type. It's a mental illness like it was way back then. It was a mental illness then and it's one now, right? So let's drop that. Let's drop that. Let's go to the book of Matthew verse 18. You understand? Book of Matthew, chapter 18. We're going to start at 21. Hey, shalom, sis. Okay, let's see. The book of Matthew 18, verse 21. It's like, then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Till 7 times? So Peter is asking Yahushua, who the word even called Jesus Christ, he's asking him a question. He's asking Yahushua, how many times should my brother offend me or sin against me and I forgive him, right? Till 7 times, he's asking Christ this, right? Verse 22, it said, and Christ, and Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. That's how many times you should forgive your brother. Now, this is not even the exact number because if you go and actually count how many times, 7 times 70, and you like, yeah, he got 3 more times, I'm gonna have to go and do like that. Nah, that's not the spirit you're supposed to have, right? Don't actually count the time. Just forgive your brother and make it so however you being offended by this brother or whatever's going on that this brother is sinning against you, eliminate the opportunities for that brother or sister to sin or offend you. Eliminate the opportunities. Like if this brother come and steal from you, or this sister come and steal from you out of your house. Some always missing out your house, and you know it's him. It's him. It's them. It's that person all the time. What you should do is not allow them in your house anymore. What you should do is designate an area for him to stay in that area and clear all the things out of that area. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that you would have to do that in the first place, because if you keep the commandments, you won't be stealing folks' things in the first place. But you can remove yourself from their situation. You know what I mean? Without just totally cutting the person off. You know what I mean? But if you have to, then do that. You know what I'm saying? You can forgive them, but you don't have to forget. Like, I know this brother here do this kind of thing, so I forgive him for doing it, but I'm not gonna forget that he will do it. So you understand? So he can't come, you know what I'm saying, in this area. He can't come, you know what I'm saying, around while we're doing this, right? Let's drop that. Let's get Matthew chapter 25 right quick. Matthew 25, verse 18. Salakia, verse 40, not 18. Okay, let's go. The book of Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Now that's brotherhood right there. Let's read it again. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily, this the king now, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. That's brotherhood, because no matter what people offends you, if you have brotherhood and you love your brother as you love yourself, when they do something to your brother, it should be as if they did it to you also. You understand me? When they killed Mike Brown, it should feel to you as they did it to you also. When they killed Eric Garner, you know what I'm saying, Emmett Till, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, it used to feel like they are attacking my family, our people. These are our people. These are my brothers. That's my sister. You know what I'm saying? That's brotherhood. That's brotherhood when you feel, you understand, when you feel pain when your family is hurt. When you feel afflicted when somebody's doing something to your family. What they have done was made us like you. They have made it so if we're not family. We're not family. We Bloods, Crips, GD, Vice Lords. You know what I'm saying? We're not family. We are Democrats and Republicans. You know what I'm saying? We Dallas Cowboys and they the Giants. We done separated us all kind of ways. You understand? Instead of saying we on one accord, one faith, one baptism, one body, one spirit. You know what I'm saying? One way of learning. And the brotherhood that we should have is the one that Christ taught us. Christ taught us real brotherhood, right? Let's see if we should go on. Okay, we can go ahead and drop it, right? Let's drop it. Let's get the book of Luke, chapter 6. We're gonna start at 31. Right? It say, and as ye would that men should do to you, that ye also to them likewise, as ye would that men should do unto you, as ye also to them likewise. For if ye love them which love you, what think what thank have ye? For sinners also love those that love them, right? And if ye do good to them which do good to you, what thanks have ye? For sinners also do even the same, right? So what is it saying? If you only love the people that love you, then what things you think you're gonna get? What you gonna achieve because you just loving somebody that love you, right? Okay, let's keep going. Verse 34. And if ye lend to them whom ye hope to receive, what thanks have ye? For sinners also lend to sinners and receive as much again. So how can you differentiate what you're doing from what the sinner's doing? Because the sinners love the sinners that love the sinners. The sinners give things to the sinners that's gonna give it back to them. Because that's what we're doing. But if we love the people that, Shalaki, let's keep going. I don't give it up. Let's keep going. Verse 35. But love ye your enemies, right? And do good and lend, hoping for nothing again. Let's read that again. But love ye your enemies. Now, this is not talking about our oppressor. Our oppressor is our enemies, true enough, right? But our brothers can become our enemies, right? Through the things I just named. The gangs, the drug trade. They want this church. They want this church. You know what I'm saying? Through females. They become enemies over different things, material things, covenant. They want what another brother got. You know what I'm saying? They hating on the brother, talking behind the brother back. Those become enemies of your brothers. You understand me? Because we are talking about brothers right now, right? So it say, love ye your enemy and do good and lend, hoping for nothing again. That means I learned this in the world. If you don't have it to lose, don't give it away. You know what I'm saying? If you let this a person borrow $20, don't be like, man, I need my money by Friday, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm put hands on you. I need my money, bro. Don't give them the money. If you feel like you can't lose what you're giving them, if you feel like you gotta get it back in return, don't give it to them. You understand me? You got to give and hope for nothing in return, right? And your reward shall be great, and ye shall be the children of the highest. For he is kind unto the unthankful and to do the evil. Salakia, and to the evil. Salakia. For he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil, right? So, what is this saying? How do you know you're going to be the children of the highest? It's when you give hoping to receive nothing back for it. You understand? Some people go out and they do things on camera so other people can see it, right? Which is nothing really wrong with that. You just want to document what happened because, you know what I'm saying, ISUPK, we document things like that also. But to just go outside with your phone and taking a selfie, hold on, don't get it yet, man. Wait, I ain't ready yet. Don't get it yet. Where's that start recording? Then you get it and smile, all right? All right, hold on. Go. Yeah, man, I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? And you recording yourself, you know what I'm saying, doing something good, right? Just because you want something back in return, you want fame, you want somebody to say, oh, you out there helping those people for real. You did good. Nah, that's not how you do it. You do it and hope for nothing in return. No fame, no nothing, right? No, you want the Lord to reward you. You don't want people to reward you at all, right? Verse 36, be ye therefore merciful as your Father also is merciful, right? Let's drop that. The book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31. The book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31. Let's see. No, let's go ahead and start it. Let's start at let's start at 28. The book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 28, right? It say, and one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, and perceived that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all, right? So this scribe heard Yahushua talking to the people, and they were getting understanding from him. You know what I'm saying? So he want to ask Yahushua, which is the first commandment, right? And this is what Yahushua answered. You say, and Jesus answered him, the first of all commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one God, right? That's the first commandment, right? The first of all the commandments, right? Verse 30, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment, is to love thy God with all their mind, body, and soul, all your strength, everything, right? And, you know what I'm saying? And it's only one God, right? So when anybody comes, it's like more than one God, or Jesus is God, and him and God, and the Holy Spirit. No, it's the Most High, it's Christ, it's the Israelites. The Holy Spirit is a separate feeling you get when you follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. It's the best and quickest way I can get you to understand the Spirit. Your spirit is holy. Holy means separate. Spirit is a feeling, how you feel. You know what I'm saying? If I feel that I'm going to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, it's a Holy Spirit. Why? Because everybody else is following the world. You know what I'm saying? ISUPK, we are separate. We are separate from every other Israelite group, every other church, whatever you call yourself. The ISUPK stands alone. Why? Because we stand with the Most High, and two can't walk unless they be agreed. So if we walking down, how can we be together on one accord if they don't agree with the truth? You know what I mean? I don't want to be around nobody that don't agree with the truth, right? So that's what's up. All right, so that's the greatest of that's the first commandment, right? Verse 31. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these, right? So the greatest two commandments is love God with all your heart, you know what I'm saying? And the second greatest is love your neighbor, which is your brother, which is the Israelites. Because this is the God of Israel, right? Love your brother, love the Most High, and love your brother. It's the greatest commandment there is. Like I read earlier how the Most High said that how can you not love somebody that you see, but you love me who you haven't seen? That's why we read earlier, it said, if you love me, keep the commandments. If to love the children of Israel, you have to keep the commandments. You understand? This is the greatest commandments. There it is, right? Let's see. Okay, we're gonna drop it. Yeah, we can drop it. Let's go to the book of John, chapter 12. Book of John, chapter 12, verse 13. Salakia, the book of John, chapter 13. And we're gonna go to verse 34. All right. The book of John 13 and 34. Right. Okay, it's like the book of John, chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, right? That ye love one another, as ye have loved, so like as I have loved you, that ye also love one another, right? Now, this is not actually a new commandment. The only thing makes it new about this commandment is Christ giving you an example. Christ died for his brethren. So that's what makes it new. You have to be willing to die for your brothers. You know what I mean? Before you be willing to hurt your brothers, you have to actually be willing to die for your brothers. You understand? Verse 35. But by this all men know that ye are my disciples if ye have love one to another. So this is how you know if you love the Most High, if you follow Christ, if you love one another. You understand? If you eliminate the divisions that we have, right? And I'm not saying compromise or go into some fake idolatry because your brother is in it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You know what I mean? But you can love your brother by telling him the truth and not following him. You know what I'm saying? Not joining him and have him suffer sin upon himself, right? So this what's up. Let's drop that. Let's get the book of John, chapter 15, and we're gonna read verse 12. The book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. Right? The book of John, chapter 15, verse 12. It says, "This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you." This is a commandment. Love one another as I have loved you. Verse 13. Greater love have no man than this. No man can have no greater love if they do this right here. That a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. So that's the greatest commandment you can ever do. Is lay down your life for your friends. And Yahushua Mashiach, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, laid down his life for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And you should do the same for your brothers as he did for us. You should do the same for your friends as he did for us. But you also should understand the only way you can truly love the Most High or Christ is if you keep the commandments also. That means the little small things. Let's get there. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, and we're gonna read verse 17, right? Because nowadays they teach us that the laws are done away with, and then they wonder why the ghettos is still like it is. You got 2,000 churches spread across a small city, and it's worse than any other place in America, damn near. You understand? So the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17, it says, "Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill." Right? "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle." A jot can be the dot on the I, a tittle can be the cross of the T, right? A jot can be a period. A tittle can be a comma. Ain't none of that gonna pass from the law. Let's keep going. Shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled, right? All have not been fulfilled because Christ haven't returned. The children of Israel is not running the earth. The 147 is not ruling. You know what I'm saying? We still teaching each other. The everything haven't been fulfilled, right? But let's keep going, right? Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So the ISUPK, we don't break laws. We don't teach men that they can break laws, none whatsoever. Like you got some Israelite groups that feel like they can divorce their wife for little petty reasons and then go back and get another one and then call their sister to be a whore. Call their sister to go out and find her another rod. You understand? So we don't teach that. We teach all the commandments all the way to the least commandment, like not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. We teach it all the way down to the least commandments because we want to be great in the kingdom of heaven. I don't know about you, but if I keep these commandments, I want what I promised. I want the kingdom. I'm not doing this for nothing. I'm not reading. You don't see me here reading this Bible for nothing. Why am I doing this? Because I want the kingdom. I believe that if I follow the Most High law, statutes, and commandments, if I follow Christ, our King, Lord, and Savior, that I will get the kingdom. And I don't want to be the least in the kingdom. I'm already the least in this kingdom. This kingdom was given to the hands of the wicked. The earth was given to the hands of the wicked. We are the least in this wicked kingdom. I don't want to be the least in the righteous kingdom too. You understand? The wicked kingdom won't be so bad if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments and gather yourself together like the Bible say to do. You know what I'm saying? This kingdom won't be so bad. It'll still be bad. You'll still have to see your brothers and sisters getting murdered and killed out here in these streets. You'll still have to see that. But you wouldn't have to be around brothers and sisters that don't have your best interest at heart. That don't care if they steal from you. They try to have sex with your wife. Or they try to, you know what I'm saying, molest your daughter or your son or just do some wickedness to you. Coming into the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you are around people that teach the law, statutes, and commandments and keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand me? So let's go. Let's get some more. All right. Let's get the book of John. I think it's 14 and 15, I think. Yeah, the book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. Right? It don't get no plainer than this. The Christian church is teaching us the laws are done away with. You no longer have to keep the commandments. All this old nonsense, right? But what did Christ say out of his own mouth? And I know a lot of us say, oh, I love Yahushua. I love Christ. I love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But what did the Lord say? The book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. Right? If ye love me, keep my commandments. Right? The first verse pop up in my head is I just thought about it. It says, if you love me, keep my commandments. Right? I just lost that thought I had. Oh, the Christian pastor in the church would be like, I love the Lord. I love the Lord and love me too. You know what I'm saying? But do they really love the Lord if they're not keeping his commandments? No, they're not. You know what I'm saying? You got people in the Christian church that refrigerator and deep freezer full of pork. You know what I'm saying? My grandma ate pork for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She eat sausage and eggs in the morning, probably a ham sandwich or some kind of bologna, hot dog, pork, nasty pork in the noontime, and probably some pork chop later on the night, some pig feet. Cook the greens and put the little fat back meat in it, just messing the green beans up. Why would she put that in the green beans? You understand? So like it. I get mad every time I think about it. You ain't gonna mess the green beans up for man. I'm like, green. I know everything else is pork. I'm happy about the green beans. I'm like, at least I got some green beans I can eat. Try to get up out of here and go somewhere else. And it got pork in the green beans, man. I wanted to flip the stove over. So like it. It say, I will pray the Father, and he shall give me another comforter, that ye may abide, so like it, that he may abide with you forever. What is the comforter? Right? The comforter is the law, statutes, and commandments that we have to keep. It's a spirit. The comforter, when you learn how to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, it comforts you. It comforts you. It comforts your soul, because you know now you're not at risk at dying from fentanyl. You're not at risk at at being in church and a white boy coming there and kill everybody in the church. You're not at risk at, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what else. You're not at risk at you going to church and the pastor then fondles your little boy, your little girl or something. You're not at risk at that. You know what I mean? Because you are comfortable. You should be comfortable around the ISUPK and Command Junior Hunter, because none of those things will ever happen here. None of those things will ever happen here, period, point blank. And I mean, the people that will attempt, it will be a grave mistake for them. You know what I'm saying? If I may, it will be a grave mistake for the people who attempt to, you know what I'm saying, come up against or even harm the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? So our purpose is to find out what we should be doing and doing it. And what we should be doing now is keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. And I'm going to show you something else we should be doing. Let's get the book of Zephaniah. We're going to read the book of Zephaniah. Should like it. Yep. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1, right? The book of Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1, it says, gather yourself together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. And we might say, hold on, come on, y'all. You just said y'all not affiliated with no other Israelite groups and churches and all that. How you gonna say gather yourself together? Easy. The ISUPK been doing it since 1969, right? Any other Israelite group on the face of this earth was inspired by the ISUPK One West. Every single one of them. Now the scriptures say gather yourself together. He didn't say go out and make little itty bitty different little Israelite groups and y'all wear purple and y'all wear red and white and y'all wear black and white and y'all wear orange and blue and you know what I'm saying? He didn't say do all that. You know what I'm saying? He said gather yourselves together. O nation not desired. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be gathered together under one faith, one baptism, one Christ, one Lord. You know what I'm saying? One way of thinking and all that. I know a lot of them out there never heard of, probably never heard of ISUPK, or probably never understood the difference between ISUPK and these other Israelite groups, right? Because you know what I'm saying? It's proof in the pudding, right? Because you will never be a sister and die in ISUPK under Commander General Hunter. You will never be a brother and get extorted from the bishops that wear purple all the time in the ISUPK on Command General Your Honor. That will never happen to you. Why? Because we got real brotherhood. You understand me? That'll never happen. You understand? Let's get Galatians chapter 5 and 13. The book of Galatians. Let's see what this says. The book of Galatians chapter 5 and 13. Let me see if that's the one I need. Okay. I don't know if I want to bring that one out. Okay, let's see if I can break this down, right? I'm gonna get this broke down by the captain too, probably later on. It say, for brethren, ye have been called unto liberty, right? Liberty mean like a free time, or you know what I'm saying? To do something like on your own. You got the liberty to do whatever you want to do, right? It say, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, right? What does that mean? Don't always use the liberty. I can do whatever I want to do with this time or with this money or with whatever it is. Don't always use it for yourself. Don't always be like, well, I'm going to do this and take this time out and go get that massage I wanted. Or I'm finna go get, you know what I'm saying, get my nails done or my, you know what I'm saying, anything. Don't use that for yourself, right? Let's keep going. It's a, but by love, so like, yeah, but by love serve one another. So the liberty that I get, I'm not gonna just necessarily use it for myself. I'm gonna use it to show love to my brother, to my neighbor. I'm gonna use it for somebody else to, you know what I'm saying, to love, for out of love. Instead of me, okay, I wanted to go swimming today. I wanted to go shoot basketball on my free day off. But I see a brother down the street, you know what I'm saying, he trying to move out. Or he moving in and it's just him by himself, struggling with the refrigerators and air conditioning and all that. And I got the liberty to do what I want to do. Or I can go down there and show their brother love by giving them a hand and helping them out. You know what I'm saying? Right? So that's what we do. That's what you do with your liberties. You show love to your brother. You know what I mean? Verse 14. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Right? This is the law fulfilled. If you can love your brother, love your neighbor as you love yourself, you damn near fulfill the whole law. How is that so? Because in order for you to love your brother or your neighbor, you have to keep the commandments. And keeping the commandments is the laws of the Most High. So that's it. That's it right there. You understand me? You have to love, you know what I mean? You have to love your family and your brother as you love yourself. Let's drop them seeds. Okay, let's drop that. Let's get the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 34. book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 34. And it reads, and we had called the people unto him with his disciples also. He said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Now, what does that mean? Right? For whosoever shall save, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself. What is Christ Yahushua talking about right now? Whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself. How do you deny yourself? You deny yourself when you follow Christ and you coming after Christ, right? You deny yourself because it's other things you will want to do. You understand? There's other things you got that is out there you can be doing. Like you can be going shooting ball, you can go swimming. There's a little female you met the other day you might want to pull down on. You know what I'm saying? You can go do a lot of other things you want. You might want to play the game all day. You might want to do whatever you want to do. But when you follow Christ, you deny yourself. I deny myself. I'm not going to the early day bar to give me a couple of shots and then I go back home and relax and sleep early or whatever. No. I'm finna get out, deny myself, and I'm finna follow Christ. I'm finna do what Christ would do. You know what I'm saying? It's say, and take up his cross and follow me. Take up your cross and follow whatever you got, whatever burden you got. You know what I'm saying? I can't go to school. My head be hurting all the time. I got toothache. It always starts when I go outside. It's an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to deal with, pick that up and follow your house shot, right? Let's keep going. Verse 35. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall, for my sake and the gospel, the same shall save it. Now, this heavy. For whosoever, this is the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 35. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. What is it saying? Saving your life, you will lose it. Why? Because you don't know what to do to save your life. If you're not following Christ, you don't know what to do to save your life. You don't know what's going on unless you follow Christ, right? It say you shall lose it if you're trying to save your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not following the Most High. You're not following Christ. You don't have no moral compass. You do this, you do that. You do all kind of, you know what I'm saying, unnecessary things to save the life that you want to live. Not realizing you can't live that life forever. You just something gonna change up. Something gonna change. It's not gonna be all willy-nilly and set up how you like it all your life. It's not gonna happen. Right? It say, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel, the same shall save it. Losing your life, losing your old life. You could be out on the block in front of the corner store, you know what I'm saying, smoking and drinking and got your gun on you, hanging with your gang, you know what I'm saying, hollering at the females, even if they belong to another man already. You know what I'm saying? You out there doing whatever you want to do, right? When you cut all that out for the sake of your house, the sake of the gospel, then you will gain a life. You will gain your life. You won't get shot when the rivals from the other block ride through and spray the block up. You won't get shot when a dope boy that want this territory send a hitman over there to kill the heaviest nigga over there, or the big dope boy over there. You won't have that won't be your life. You understand me? You will gain your life by following your Yahushua Mashiach, who the word ignorantly called Jesus Christ. You will actually gain your life. You understand me? Let's keep going. Verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul. So what is this gonna profit you if you become rich, richer than everybody, you got everything you ever wanted, whenever you want it, however you want it. What profit is that for you if you lose your soul? You understand? What's your profit gonna be? Like, a lot of people then got millions and millions of dollars and they're dead right now. They lost their soul. Why? Because they did whatever it took to get their money in this world. They did whatever shucking and jiving, dancing, scripting, prostitute, rapping about killing and promoting homosexuality and drugs and gangs. You know what I'm saying? They'll give you the word for that if you can do it good. You can be the big hoe and become Megan Thee Stallion, become Cardi B, become a Nicki Minaj. You just be a hoe good enough and get some recognition, and we'll move you on to the whole ladder. You understand? You can be a goon, a slider. We can slide you right on up the ladder. But you're going to lose your life. I mean, you're going to lose your soul and your life. You understand? I don't know. I never heard of a so-called white millionaire die in gun violence, gang violence. You know what I'm saying? I never heard of multiple millionaires die, white millionaires die in a year over gun violence. Never. It's like if you got $1 million, what the hell what's somebody even mad at you for? You got $1 million. You understand me? But if you hate your brother in your heart, then I understand why you will die. Because you will do anything for that money. You'll do anything to maintain the bag. You understand me? You will kill your brother to maintain the bag. You will sell crack to a pregnant woman to maintain that bag. You will beat up an old man that ain't gave you your money yet because you got to get paid. You will do all of this nonsense for this world to maintain your bag of your life, but you will lose your soul once you get all of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it to gain the whole world and to lose your soul. You know what I mean? Verse 37. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? What is worth your soul? Lord have mercy. What is worth your soul? Is it 100 million? Is it 2 million? Is it a couple 100,000? Is it $500? Because we have lost our soul for a little of nothing. For what we thought was big, 100 million, to what we thought was small. We have lost our souls, our lives for all kind of things. And what is worth your soul? I mean, what is worth your soul? So like you, verse 38, we're Book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 38. It's like, whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, it's like it. Of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. So if you're ashamed, right? If you looking and saying, man, this nigga here on this whatever you watching me on, this nigga here on here talking about Jesus coming back in the sky cracking, he gonna have angels and keep some commandments and all this, man. I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed to sit in front of this camera, in front of this broadcast, and to tell you to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Time is running out. You know what I mean? You never know when your time is running out or runs out. So my advice to you is to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Keep the commandment. Get in class in the ISUPK on the commander and your hunter. You understand? Pay your tithes to the men of the ISUPK. You understand me? And follow what Christ did. Don't follow what men say, follow what Christ did. And with that, shalom.